Hi, I'm Mark, and this is Let's Vibe, the channel where we talk about feelings. Now, today I want to talk about a very special stone, um, crystal, and I thought of this stone because I was drawn to it a few days ago. Um, I was dealing with some emotions bubbling up, some rather strong emotions, and I was looking for a crystal that would be helpful in exploring those emotional depths and bringing stuff to the surface. And the stone that I was led to was Vivianite. So, this is a tumbled piece. I do I do prefer, in many cases, I do prefer the raw specimens because you see the crystal shape and structure, and it's really beautiful, but um, sometimes tumbled is all that's available. But this is a tumbled piece of Vivianite, and Vivianite is found in, according to Judy Hall, it's found in Germany, the USA, and Russia. So this is, I don't know if you can tell, but this is a very, very dark blue stone, or very dark green. And in sunlight, Vivianite tarnishes, so it gets darker and it becomes harder to tell what color it is. I have not done the best job of keeping my piece uh, out of sunlight, but um, I do believe this is a dark blue specimen. So anyway, so if you have Vivianite or if you want to go buy a piece of your own, try to keep your your piece out of direct sunlight, and that'll prevent it from tarnishing. So the reason I the reason I call this stone very special, this stone is, I would describe this stone as like the high priestess stone. First of all, the very, very dark blue, dark green color. This is a water element, and specifically, a it's that deep water, like Scorpio. This stone has some definite scorpionic energy, because it is all about um, unveiling your deepest feelings. This is a serious this is a serious stone. Vivianite is not, yeah. Okay. So when I bought this stone, and it is a rarer type of mineral, so it is a little bit more expensive than your average tumbled crystal. But when I bought this stone, the just one of the things in the description at the crystal store talked about how this stone can help with beauty, beauty and like working like third eye vision, inner vision, insight, clear insight, things like that. So, of course, like I'm carrying this around in my pocket, um, thinking, oh, it's for beauty and youthfulness and yes, it is. It is for those things, but also this stone is so much deeper. It goes so much deeper. This stone is, so I call it the High Priestess stone because, in the tarot, the High Priestess card, the High Priestess is the archetype of that, the mysterious dark side of the divine feminine. She's associated with the moon, with all things mysterious, with night, the unseen. And that's the realm, deep down within us, that unseen emotional realm that we have. And Vivianite gives you access to that, which means coming into contact with very intense, serious emotions and memories. So that's why I consider this to be a very serious stone. Now, I think it is helpful for beauty and youthfulness, but I would say it is that way in a scorpionic sense, like a transformative context where you undergo a transformation and you come out the other side beautiful, or youthful in your energy, your aura, or your physical appearance even. But that transformation itself is often really uncomfortable. So I just um this is a great grounding stone. It's very deep. Vivianite connects to deep earth energies, not just deep water, but deep earth energy. And deep earth energy is highly rejuvenating and regenerating and um, transformative. So there are some very, very interesting things about Vivianite that I learned through reading Judy Hall. um, the energy of Vivianite, and you can feel it if you pay close enough attention, because it is very subtle, but the energy of Vivianite goes out in waves. So it's not this steady radiating energy. It moves out in waves. And there are many stones and crystals out there that work that way. The energy they radiate goes out in a wave. It's like a periodic, you know, wave that goes out. My hair is sorry about that. Um, okay. Uh, so that's one interesting thing. Another thing that's very interesting, Judy Hall describes this stone as being useful for dealing with having seen the the unseen, or having seen what can't be unseen. Like, basically, this stone is good for trauma work because it can help you deal with seeing something traumatic, experiencing something traumatic. That's why this is a serious stone. And of course, if you work with it, you most definitely want to have your support system in place, a therapist, a mentor, trusted friend, family member. You need that support, um, with this kind of work, because that's trauma work when you're facing the things within you that you've been unable to face in the past. Um, I mean, that's at its most basic. That's self work in the realm of trauma. Facing those pieces and those feelings, those parts that just that for so long you couldn't face. And sitting with those pieces and my hair is, I'm sorry you guys, that's but yeah, that's trauma work. Sitting with those parts and pieces that make us deeply uncomfortable, and Vivianite is here for that. That's high priestess work. Um, Another very interesting tidbit about Vivianite is this, according to Judy Hall, this is a crop circle stone, meaning it connects with the energy of crop circles, those massive geometric designs that have appeared in cornfields around the world. Um, yes, in the metaphysical spiritual community, crop circles are considered, I believe, of like maybe extraterrestrial origin or angelic origin. And it's believed that those crop circles, they radiate a specific healing energy. And if you want to tap into it, you can do so with the help of Vivianite. She says you can hold a piece of Vivianite while looking at a picture of a crop circle, and that can connect you to its energies. Or if you happen to live in that part of the world, you could stand in the middle of a crop circle with Vivianite and do it that way. But they're supposed to be healing, you know, fifth dimensional energies. So I personally, I really love this stone. I don't work with it that often because it is I mean, this is heavy work. This is not work that you do all the time on yourself. Um, it it happens in phases, I would say. You know, it there are long periods where I don't touch this stone, and then days like a few days ago where I suddenly pick it up again. Um, but it's a beautiful stone, and I can see where, you know, when you do this kind of work, beauty comes out when you do that healing work on yourself. Vivianite resonates with the third eye, so it does help clear your vision. It helps get you clear about what's going on inside. It helps get you clear about your feelings. This is like pulling back the veil kind of stone. And Vivianite also resonates with your sacral chakra. And it can, you know, from that deep water, it can energize your sacral chakra and provide energy for libido and creativity and all of the things that the sacral chakra is associated with. So this is a very versatile stone. Many different uses, and of course it's, you know, given that it connects with the third eye and it's, you know, dark water, deep water. This is a journeying stone. You can use this for journeying or astral travel. So this is an all-around very beautiful mineral. Now, I was almost immediately drawn to a very specific artist when I started thinking what song would fit Vivianite. A dark, mysterious, feminine stone. And I almost immediately landed on one of my all-time favorite bands, Evanescence. Yes, I love Evanescence. I've been listening to Evanescence since the late 2000s, around the time of their second album, The Open Door. But I love all their albums, and Amy Lee is an incredible musician and songwriter. Her lyrics are very poetic and often, more on the dark side, the scorpionic side of things. And so I just love Evanescence. I feel like with every album, they mature and they grow, and they're just an awesome band. So I was drawn specifically to their second album, The Open Door, that came out in 2006. And there's one song on there that I think fits Vivianite pretty well, and that song is called All That I Am Living For. So I feel like, as I said, her lyrics are very poetic. So, but I was listening to the song, and I feel like she's singing about things, topics, themes that fit Vivianite pretty well. So I will include a link in the description box below to All That I Am Living For by Evanescence. And as always, please leave a comment or question below the video. Let me know if there are any stones or crystals that you're interested in that you would like me to talk about, and maybe I can do a video on it. And as always, thank you so much for vibing with me.